Welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to discuss about the data manipulation language. So, what are all the functionalities under the data manipulation language? We discussed already. Select, insert, update, delete, merge, call, explain, plan, and look table. So, now we are going to discuss one by one in this session. So, generally, the data manipulation language is executed for adding the new rows into the table, or we are just doing some modifications in the existing rows and we want to removing the existing rows. This kind of the thing is a majority we are just doing under the manipulations. The first one is the insertion. So once we table created, we want to add the content into the table, that is the insertion. So this is the structure of the query. Insert into the keyword, and then table name we have to mention, and value is the keyword. Within the bracket we have to mention the values of the column created under the creation query. So now using this query, only one row is inserted at the time with this syntax. So the list of value is a default order we have to specify when we are just creating the table. So for example, I created the employee table with the three columns, name, date of birth, and then salary. So now we have to give the values in the same order. If the order is changing or otherwise a different data types is mismatching, means obviously it will giving the error. The content will not be inserted properly under the table. So the same example here, insert into employee is a table name, values. We already created the three columns, name, date of birth, and then salary. So according to that, we are just entering the values directly with the separated with comma. So this is a one way of the insertion. Another way of the insertion, you can mention the column names by splitting the list, and then we can give the values, because all the columns we can't able to give the values at the time of the initial stage. So some it may be having the null values too. So in that cases you can use this kind of the structure. The column 1, column 2, what are all the columns you want to give the values, you can specify. And then you are not able to give the values, means you can specify as a null values. The next one is the most important thing, select query. So selection is nothing but we are just retrieving the data from the table. Once the table is created, means so anything we want to see as a user, so we are just retrieving the data. So the selection query is a more important thing. So the selection is based on only the single relation is possible, multiple relations, and then some complex queries, subqueries, everything is possible under the selection. So now the queries are based on only the single relation. So single relation means the selection is based on only from the single table. So there is no other relations, means that is a queries on the single relation. So for that we can mention select and then table name from what are all the things we want to select it. Okay. Select is a keyword and from is the keyword. So here from and then var classes. So both the classes will be using, so based on our requirement. For example, first this query is for finding the name of all the instructor. Okay, so we are just finding the name of the all the instructor. So which one we are just selecting? Select name. So we want the name, column name is name from the instructor table. So that is the thing. And the second query, find the name of all the instructors in the computer science department who have salary greater than 70,000. So here some condition is specified. We are not retrieving all the employees data. So some based on the condition we are going to be filter out the employee details and displaying the name alone. So for that we are just using the var class. So select the name only from the instructor table, but the condition is going to be made like this, where the department must be as a computer science. So what we specified, CSE or whatever it is that you can specify. Along with that, one more condition, and the salary must be greater than the 70,000. So all these relations, it comes under only the single table. Similarly, we can able to apply with the multiple tables too. So that is queries on the multi relations. So whenever we are just doing with the multi relations, obviously when we are just connecting the two tables, one common column will be there. So without that we can't able to make the relations. According to that, here uh, we are just retrieving the name of all the instructors along with their department names. So instructor name is needed, and then their working department name is needed, and department building name. So here, so two different tables are going to be combining. So assume it, faculty information is available in one table, and then department information is available under the another table. So like that you just imagine. Okay, for example, faculty name, personal details, and then department name, salary is a one table. Another table, they are just department name and they where the buildings are working and what are all the subjects they are taking. So these are all the another table, like that you just imagine. Now we want to combine these two tables and then we are just retrieving the information. So if you say in this query, select what are the things we need. Department name is needed, and then faculty name is needed. So select name of the instructors, and then department name is need, and then building name is need. Okay, so these are all the thing is from instructor and department table. So here the table names is two tables, instructor table and then department table. But the condition where, so both the tables it's matching with the same department. So from the instructor table, what is the department overall is there, and then matches with the department table, what are all the things matching. So both the tables it's matching information alone we are going to be display here. Okay, so when we are just dealing with the multiple relations, so we have to specify. So when we are just retrieving the columns from which table, we have to specify like this as a dot. So what is the meaning of this means, we are just taking the department name from the instructor table, and similarly here that also department name the column is available but from the department table. So if the both are matching, then we are displaying the name of the employee and department name and then building name. So like that we have to write the queries when we are just dealing with the multiple relations. Thank you. We will see in your next